as the ninth speaker for today. Whenever you are ready, we can start.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to everyone today. So I am here today to talk and give and share about my topic on why bullies should be given a second chance. Ladies and gentlemen, in the world nowadays, humanity seems to deplete among the humans. Cruelty keeps on rising day by day to the extent that it cannot be controlled anymore. Mistakes are undeniably made during this process, and the initial problem is that the root of the society is not being taken care of. Thus, the experienced ones should guide the youth so that they can clarify and they can understand on what is right and what is wrong, and as well as giving them a second chance to redeem themselves. As Harrison Ford states that we all have big changes in our lives. There are more or less a second chance. So, moving on, I would like to state on why bullies should be given a second chance on three bases. The first point is that bullies have some hidden potential within themselves. Second, bullies' judgments are still immature. And last but not least, my third point, there is good in rehabilitating the bullies. Oh my god, alright. Ignore the slides, just focus on me. So, as someone who has experience pertaining to bullies, I feel honored to be talking about it today. So, moving on to my first point, bullies have some hidden potential lurking within themselves. So, in a way, some bullies have high self-confidence. According to Esplanade, some bullies are actually socially dominant. They want to lead something, they want to conquer something, like they want to be in a leader of an association or even a group. But to gain this dominance, they feel that they have to do any sort of way to gain or obtain it. For example, I can give a lot of instances, but just one for today. Some bullies may actually hurt their peers or even their friends mentally, just like raising their voices when they ask for money. Hey, give me some money. Actually, in a way, this will lead their peers to actually be scared of them. And I think this is not the right way. We should give them a chance. How? Let them lead an organization. For example, in co-curricular activities or clubs, give them the chance to hold a position in there. Next, another type of bully has emerged. According to a Machiavellian research that is conducted in the UK, United Kingdom, it has stated that there is a new type of bully that is actually far from those stereotype of bullies where they are actually violent. But in this scenario, these type of bullies are actually often charismatic and adored by teachers in a way. And you might be thinking, how can we detect these kind of bullies? Yes, it is hard, but if we caught them, if we catch them, don't let them slip away. Instead, give them a chance to actually change themselves. Because for me, I think this ability or this strength of them should not be wasted. They should utilize it in a more valuable manner, such as joining competitions like debates and giving talks to people. And I think we should guide them in this manner. So, moving on to my next point. Alright. Bullies' judgments are still immature. I want all of you to understand bullies are not adults yet. They are kids. Mostly they are kids. And that's why I want to rectify the misconception that has been actually given to the society nowadays, whereby bullies are little versions of what they would be in the future. No, this is not right. Because our future, we ourselves have to decide. We can change it for the better. So that's why we need to lead them, we need to guide them. Who? The authorities. Who? Their parents. Who? Even the teachers themselves can help and guide these bullies to be a better person of themselves. And you might be thinking, why they actually, have this sort of misconception of themselves? Because they are inexperienced in a lot of ways. So this focuses more on the parents of the bullies, whereby they need to lead by example. Do not let their children, mingle with bad peers, and because this can cause a lot of harm mentally and physically to their kids and eventually become bullies. Next, bullies are easily influenced by peers. In terms of maturity, if you have less maturity compared to other people, you will actually be tend to follow these examples, bad examples. So for me, the school institution needs to tackle this issue right away. How? by actually giving mentor sessions to the bullies so that they can change their perspective on what is going on and do what really matters. Next, I think that the bullies are not familiar with the repercussions of their actions because they do not know what their consequences might be, and this will lead them to actually do more and more and more and eventually become criminals in the future. And how do we prevent this? Guide, and guide. So, moving on. Alright, this is my third and my last point, which is there is good in rehabilitating the bullies. So, bullies can learn from their mistakes. This is an important process whereby they can actually learn and try to introspect themselves in a way so that they do not make the same mistake over and over again. And this somehow can lead them towards, surrounding themselves in a positive vibe and can improve their manners and attitudes towards a more positive way. For me, rehab is the initial process to actually change people, to actually improve people in a way so that they can lead to a better creation of themselves in terms of attitude, in terms of manner, even the actions they will take in the future. And bullies may be forgiven by their peers. I think this is really, cliche, but then again, forgiveness can be a pillar for the bullies to change, be a pillar for the bullies to improve themselves, because actually, you do not know that forgiveness is the most easy thing to actually give, but it is the most hard to obtain. It is easy to give, but it's hard to obtain. So for me, if they get the forgiveness, it is actually a form of acceptance by their peers, by their friends, or even by their acquaintances. So acceptance is an essential need for the bullies to actually go, try to be better, try to be the best, not in a bad way, but this time in a good way. So for me, I would like to conclude that after I have stated my 3 main points just now, which are bullies have some hidden potential lurking within themselves, bullies have the potential lurking within themselves, bullies' judgments are still immature, and last but not least, there is good in rehabilitating the bullies. For me, we are all humans. We make mistakes. We cannot run from mistakes, we cannot run from problems. Therefore, S2A is human. But then again, we have to start the ball rolling by what chance? Give them a second chance. Give these guys opportunities so that they can lead a better life in the future. We must remember, I want to state that, I want to emphasize on all of you today to actually give people second chances. It may be hard, it may be cruel sometimes because I think it is unfair to people, to actually the one who actually experiences those mistakes done by others. But in a way, I think they should be given a second chance. As Dr. Seuss once states that a person is a person no matter how small they are. So decide now, give second chance, and I urge all of you, maybe you're not persuaded today, but in the future, give people second chance because you will never know what the fate could be. Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay, thank you very much, Hasim. Time, baby. 8:27. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, question for Hasim. Anyone has a question? Nisa has a question.
Just now you mentioned we should give them a chance to hold a position.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, but what makes you so confident that they can handle it? They can't even handle themselves. I'm like, they have that bad attitude. So what do you think they could manage?
Thank you for the question. Really good question, and I will answer in a good way. So in a way, I think the teachers are not stupid enough to let give them like easily the position for them to hold in an organization or even in a co-curricular organization. The teachers, I think, in a way will observe them so that they will not do the same manner that they actually done by bullying people. Because to give position, it is not an easy job. And in a way, right now, I am suggesting that bullies should be given a position to hold. The teachers, I think, will take an initiative to actually observe these kind of students. They will not easily, make a ball move. Okay, you hold this position.
So you're persuading the teachers to to give the bullies a chance?
Yes, with extra care, with guidance.
Okay.
Any more questions? Alright.
Okay. I want to ask, how can we detect that the bullies use a second chance effectively?
Good question. I was gonna ask that.
Alright. How can we detect?
That
How?
they use a second chance effectively.
Alright. Thank you for the question again. How can we detect that these kind of bullies use this second chance wisely? Alright. In a way, I think that everyone has different approaches when they are given a second chance. In terms of detection, in terms of indication, we can actually look by their academics or even by their co-curricular achievements. We can look into that. Because actually from the perspective of the bullies themselves, they usually tend to think that before they were given a second chance, they can do everything. But right now, if they get this second chance, I mean, the one who actually utilize it wisely and perfectly, they will do everything in their power to, keep the bully activities away and focus more on the academics and co-curricular activities. This can be observed on the achievements, because an achievement is an indicator of what you have did in your past. So, other questions? All right.
Okay, last question.
Do you have any past experience working or being bullied? Probably.
Alright, I'm gonna be frank. I was once a bully before.
I know.
Oh, okay. It may seem not like it, but yes, I was once a bully. And when I was, do you want me to be specific? Alright.
Yes.
Okay, specific. Alright, no problem. So actually, I was a bully during my Form 3. Yeah, I still remember Form 3 because I joined those groups to get money. But then I got caught by my parents, and they start to rehab me in a way that after that I do not do that sort of manner again. And I urge all of you not to do that. It is so unethical and it was so stupid of me to do that thing. Other question?
You demanded other people for money?
Yes, that was masa zaman jahiliah. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, other question?